We'll start first with Megan Triplett.
Hey, Coach, congrats on the win. And, especially in these last couple of weeks, you've said over and over again how much your defense fuels this offense. And when you look at this game, how important and how much of a big factor your defense was tonight?
A huge factor. I hit the guys throughout the game and I hit them after the game. It's a simple recipe for us on a nightly basis. You come out with a defensive focus and the edge. 22, 20, 29. But, that start of that third quarter was very, very impressive. Set a tone with a bunch of stops, got out and run. Obviously, they had a number of shots, but the defense fueled us. If we can have that for 48 minutes, didn't have it in the fourth quarter. They went on a run, give them credit. But it's a recipe for us to be active on defense. Our game plan discipline was phenomenal tonight. Thought we did a pretty decent job on the boards. There was a great collective effort there. And then offensively, 30 assists. I don't know what our record is, but I know it's pretty good when we can share the ball like that. Kick aheads, pace, making a simple play on offense, activity defensively, simple play on offense. It's a good recipe for us.
Evan Barnes.
Taylor, first off, is there anything status update on Anthony Melton? And second, how pleased were you with the 3-point shooting? Second game in a row, you guys just kind of let it fly and just kind of let that pace kind of heat up a little bit from beyond the arc.
Yeah, Melt just kind of got landed on funky. He said he was feeling fine after the game. We'll see how he wakes up tomorrow. But I don't think anything crazy there. And then, as I said before the game and after the last game, just a readiness and a willingness. And I thought we did a great job with our spacing, our execution. There was great movement around the ball. And then just the way the ball was moving was phenomenal. And just glad our guys were aggressive, and great balance, attacking downhill. But when they collapsed, we made the right play, made the extra pass, and it's great to get those results again, 2 games in a row.
Carrie Davis.
Hey, Coach, it's one thing to get a lead in the NBA, but it's another thing to maintain a lead. How were you able to maintain that lead once you got that big lead?
Yeah, it obviously got a little dicey there at the end. Had to put most of our starters back in the game just with a couple minutes left. Give the Sixers credit; they kept fighting, especially when they put that group in at the end. But it's hard. You see it across the league. There's no lead that's safe in the NBA. I hit the guys afterwards. Great learning opportunities. 2 games in a row, playing with a sizable lead in the fourth quarter. You got to play the full 48 minutes and. Didn't feel like we had the juice. I know that group was out there for a pretty long stretch, but the activity wasn't where it needed to be. They beat us to some hustle plays. But to close out a game, it takes the full 48 minutes, and no matter who's on the floor. So great learning opportunity for us. Glad that we were able to get the win tonight. Hopefully continue to build on this moving forward.
Drew Hill.
Taylor, when you look at the stat sheet, it's almost like it's a textbook performance, exactly what you would want with multiple guys scoring and the 3-point shooting and everything else. Just at first glance, when you look down at that stat sheet, is that the best looking stat sheet you've seen this season?
Yeah, it's a beautiful stat sheet for sure. I love the plus minuses, especially from our starters. I thought they really set a tone for us tonight. Defensively, offensively, tons of guys with multiple assists up and down the roster. But we'll go back and watch the film and just see the impact that everyone made on the game. Box score aside, just the eyeball just showed you this is really good Grizzlies basketball. You just got to try to replicate this from the start of the game to the end of the game. But very pleased with a lot of performances tonight by a lot of different guys. You get that balance, not just offensively, but defensively too. A lot of individual contributions, a lot of great team efforts there. A lot of guys with multiple rebounds. That's huge for us every single night.
Kelsey Wright Johnson.
Hey, Coach, this is a series sweep, obviously, with the top team in the East. What is it about this specific matchup with Philly that just allows you guys to thrive throughout this season?
I don't think it's any one thing. I'm just glad about how our guys compete. Take advantage of the opportunity to play one of the best teams in the league, and we came out and played great Grizzlies basketball. So 2 games in a row against them, where I thought we had really good defensive activity, really good game plan discipline. I thought that was key in game 1 as well. And obviously tonight, we kind of blew the top off a little bit offensively, especially in that third quarter. It was a grinded out affair in game 1, but I just think, playing teams that are elite, you learn a lot about yourselves. And I thought the case was tonight, just Grizzlies playing really good basketball.
Sean Coleman.
Coach, congrats on the win. It does seem like defenses have adjusted to where they are making it harder to score in the paint. But now 2 straight games you've been outscoring the paint, yet you've been able to win. How confident is it for you and the coaching staff knowing that this team is continuing to improve, especially on weaknesses now, to win games against quality opponents like the Sixers?
Yeah, I just think over the course of the season, we've had our fair share of times where teams have walled off the paint and try to take that away. And we didn't maybe get the production or the attempts that we wanted from the 3-point line. You know, we still broke through, but we just didn't have that balance. And that's what I've been stressing the last 2 games, especially the team, is just having balance. You know, I think our pace is clicking a little bit better, can always find ways to get better there. But, you know, you got to take what the defense gives you on a nightly basis. If the paint's going to be there and we're going to thrive and score over 60 points, we'll take that all day. But, you know, still having some balance so it can be 60 points in the paint and, you know, a number of threes as well. Tonight, credit to the Sixers to kind of, you know, take away the paint, their shifts and their bigs back in the pick and rolls. But credit to our guys to find those openings and take what the defense got us and be aggressive with it and know that balance is key for us. And it's great to get that production again offensively.
Final question, Adam Tyke.
Hey, Coach, one last question about the shooting. I know you just recently mentioned the balance in your offense as part of the reasoning for the shift to a higher volume of threes. But one of the things I wanted to know was, does the fact that you guys are about to get another 40% shooter in Jaren Jackson Jr. sort of tie back into the logic to take more threes as a squad?
No, I just think this is how we as a Grizzlies team have to build for the future, is finding that balance. Want all of our guys to embrace the ability to play make and attack downhill and also set their teammates up from the 3-point line. So obviously when JJ comes back, that's just going to continue to add to our overall ability as a Grizzlies team, both defensively and offensively. So I don't think it was keyed up by that. It was just we saw an opportunity to address the team and say, hey, we can find better strides. Our defense has been solid. Let's find better strides on the offensive end. And here's something that we can maybe grasp and continue to develop in.
Thank you, Coach.
Great. Thank you, everyone. Happy